Hello, my name is Tootsie. I live in Roebourne and I've lived here for a long time.
I'm Wendy Hubert, originally from Onslow. I grew up Onslow, and I too, like Tootsie, shared a life in the station.
The only way that we can go to school is that we were admitted in the hostel. Life was tough in them days because, schools didn't have canteens like they have now, because it was hard for us, I suppose. I was preparing myself for what's gonna happen, in the next few years, and so it was good for me.
When I was put in the hostel, I had a great trouble, As a little girl, I had trouble in finding my mum, and even though I'm in a hostel bed, I jump through that window and I run down the reserve. But the welfare people come and get me again, put me back. But I might stop a little while, but I still have the same thing, and I jump out of bed and I jump through the window and go into the reserve again. So I done that all in a row in 3 weeks. And I think he came to my rescue and said, "You don't touch this child anymore, you gotta go bush." And my grandfather made a ruling for my life, and I'm happy with that. Yeah, after that incident went down, I went to school. I stopped in a bush, in the reserve. And the welfares couldn't even touch me. Once the elder spoke out, and I went to school in it. You went Yamwari to school.
Yeah, I went to
She went by
myself,
herself.
yeah.
And I stayed, and I think I've done what I like. And I seen all these other ladies going to school, and I'm coming now behind like a puppy dog. But remember the grief I'm having, and that took me a long while to get better.
I guess I was lucky really because I had European friends, my girlfriends, and they gave me a bar of the apples, and they became my friends, and that was good because it was part of me growing up and me recognizing two cultures as well.
And here we are in 2009, we got a big problem with our kids. What for? Tradition has passed us, really, and technology it made it dead now.
Yeah.
And we see kids not attending school.
You go to school?
Not today.
You didn't go today?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. Didn't want to.
Attendance is an issue all across the state, not just here at Roebourne. And that's why the department's making, a huge focus on attendance as one of their major priority areas. So it's not just Aboriginal kids or just non-Aboriginal kids, it's kids across the state.
I mean, now kids now have a lot of things offered to them, at school and being at school. And not only that, they get funding, from App Study. And I tell the kids, you guys are lucky now, you got everything handed to you in a silver platter, Whereas when we went to school, we didn't have them things. You got canteen, you got pocket money, you got uniforms, you can do anything, you got technology and everything now.
Mothers got to have some policies in the house that they got to discipline their children. What's the matter with discipline?
Parent support is a big factor, I feel. Even simple things as having a working phone number or a contact number that we can actually contact somebody to say, Billy Bob's, you know, scarped off school grounds, just to let them know, so then they could assist us by, you know, possibly rounding him up and bringing him back in.
And they need support. Like if a child has to go to school every day, might be got an exam, he's got to have he's got to go to set rule in his house, like go to bed early, you know, and kids now they got to have their rest and early sleep so that they can wake up and just go to school. Where school they got breakfast programs now at school, you know, so they don't go hungry. So there's no excuse really.
How many times this month have you not been to school?
1 week, 2 weeks.
About 1 week.
Yeah.
Well, you can see the difference in the kids' attendance, where they've got one or two significant people, be it mum, a dad or a nana, who pushes them to school and we're able to contact. Their attendance is way better than a kid who sporadically comes to school. They know when we can't contact home because they'll say, oh, you know, phone's not working or it's being cut off. So it's almost like a brag, you know, or you can't touch me type deal. But so, and they sort of know as to what sort of impact we'll have when we contact home. So, which is a bit sad. Yeah.
You know, it's not that we lay down and die and whinge about alcohol all the time. That's rubbish. I don't believe alcohol and drugs ever ruin our life. Because it's silly that you know, they make us weak. That's nonsense. That is sheer nonsense. We have intelligence and we have a drive and we got to use it to the best advantage.
You know, all that is because you've done your part. You went to school. You listen to your nana talking, your mum pushing you to school. That's very important for young people now. And that's the only way they can achieve. They can be, and that's how they can become strong leaders in the community, strong elders. Not only for the people, but for their children and for their children's children. And it's important. But I think it's different now because kids know that they have to go to school, and that's the only choice they have. Otherwise, I mean, one of my grandsons said, Nana, if I don't go to school, I won't get a good job. And I said, that's right, you won't get a good job. I mean, I'm glad that kids like 10-year-olds, they're learning to see the importance in schooling and how clever they can be too. You know, that's their choice. If they're good at something, it's good for them. I say, yeah, go for it. You know, that's the way you want to go. You run for it. Run for that goal. You want to be achiever at the end. You know, that's where you're going.
You go to school today?
Yeah.
Do you like school?
Yeah.
What do you like about school? What are your favourite things?
Doing work and stuff. Playing football and stuff, rugby, and chasing people, playing court, like stuff.
You know, using those positive role models for strong Aboriginal people, saying, well, you know, you can still be a strong Aboriginal person, but you can still be smart. You know, the European way. You can still be a doctor, you can still be a lawyer, you can still be, you know, a teacher, without losing your identity as an Aboriginal person.
The kids get into trouble. They don't have to get into trouble. They got a problem, they can always go and see the elders. Go see someone they can put their trust in. Go and have a yarn with them why they don't want to go to school. What's bugging them. You know, it could be anything. But that's why we're here to help.
I think it's really important that we teach our kids to be strong in both worlds. So I suppose the message that we are pushing at school is to be strong and smart. So strong and smart not only in the school way or the European way, but also being strong and smart in their own culture in a positive way. Basically, knowledge is power in the fact that if you don't have the knowledge of how to interact, I suppose, with the dominant culture, you're going to be made to feel powerless, or decisions are going to be made without you. So really, you need to, one, ensure that you come to school, you know, build up your attendance, build up your knowledge so you can confidently, you know, interact and have control over your own future.
And we don't. We can work in both of them. We can have the cultural school running, and we can have the white man's education running. There's nothing wrong with those policies. It's about balance, and they feel better, these children.
I think the kids need encouragement, support, from teachers too. I mean, the teachers can tell them, oh, you're clever. You were good at doing maths today, you were good at spelling. Take a reading book home. If someone told me, you're clever at doing this, that helps me. So, and, there's a good compliment. So I say, yeah, that's good. Thank you for saying that. All them things. And because, Aboriginal people are shy, But little wanga like that to our children, hey, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could run fast. And look what you want, a trophy and all them things, you want a medallion, all those things. It's a compliment to every individual kid, Indigenous kids. And they need that. They do need it. And I love them, and I want my grandchildren to become, to go to school and to become clever and smart. And so that's how it is, I suppose. You've done your bit, sent them to school, so it's up to them. Once they're at school, they stay at school. And, and become good little ambassadors in school. And that's how it should be.
Those mothers will get their child to school, will achieve. Those who don't achieve because, what's wrong with these people?
Always respect, always listen, and always go to school. School is good. School is good.
The hope is what you'll see now. The hope is what you see now. And we used to play that thing,
Yeah, we used to play the little square thing,
And they put the right dirty things there.
They should be really
Hey, what all of them?